Hi guys, it's Mark from Totally Silenced Tech. Now I've been fortunate enough to have been sent 2 graphics cards from the Republic of Gamers to do a comparison with you guys today. So first up, a massive thank you for them allowing me to do this comparison with you, and if it wasn't for them this video wouldn't be possible. So today I will be comparing the ASUS Strix GTX 950 and the Radeon R7 370. Now they both come in at around £130 each in the UK, but in the US the GTX 950 is priced around $169, which is a little higher than the R7 390. In the US is coming in at around $129.95. But please bear in mind that these prices are from Amazon, and I would highly recommend checking out your pricing of your local retailers or your favourite online PC hardware site. Just to add in that the AMD R7 370 that I have with me now has 4GB of video memory, opposed to the 2GB on the GTX 950. Now during the benchmarks, the average video memory usage will be shown on each card. At 1080p for example, I shouldn't expect it to affect the scores that much, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens at 1440p. In the coming weeks guys, I will be doing individual reviews for both of these cards, the 950 and the 370, where I'm going to be going through their specs, their features and benchmarking a few extra games. But quickly running through the specs of each card, the ASUS Strix GTX 950 features a core clock of 1140MHz on a 128-bit bus, and it has 2GB of video memory. Next up is the AMD card. Now this is the ASUS Strix Radeon R7 370, which features a core clock of 1070MHz, and that is in overclock mode, which is what I'm going to be using today, and that's a factory overclock. It has a memory clock of 5600MHz, and that's on a 256 bus as well, and it also has 4GB of video memory, so it's going to be very interesting to see the results. Okay guys, now I'm going to jump straight into my system specs, then we're going to go into the benchmarks, but please remember that the Radeon R7 370 has 4GB of video memory, so it's going to be very interesting to see how much that works with a card of this caliber at 1440p. Okay guys, well I did expect the AMD card to do a little bit better, but I do think it could be a driver issue because I had a couple crashes as well, so hopefully that will be fixed later on in the future. But the next game we're going to go into is Battlefield 4. that was very interesting. The R7 370 definitely seemed to catch up a little bit. It was still lagging slightly behind, but it was definitely a bigger improvement on Battlefield 4 compared to the previous game, which was Tomb Raider. I must say the game did run excellent on the AMD card, and I had no issues at all. I was quite surprised at the price of that graphics card how smooth it actually ran. But now we're going to move on to the next game. This is Fallout 4. So as we just seen, the GeForce GTX 950 and the Radeon R7 370 did very well at 1080p, but unfortunately it was not playable at 1440p. I was getting far too many frame drops and it was just impossible to keep a smooth experience with the game. So unfortunately high settings with Fallout 4 was not possible at 1440p. It probably wouldn't even be possible at medium settings, but the cards, for what they are, you know, they did pretty damn well. So anyway, we're going to move into the next game, and this is Battlefront. So that was the Battlefront benchmark, guys. I can't believe how well these cards managed to do. At 1080p they delivered a far greater graphical experience than any console seems to do, and the frame rate was a lot higher as well. Now considering you could buy one of these and build a PC with not much of a higher cost than a console, it speaks volumes of how cheap PC gaming really is. But anyway guys, I'm going to leave you now with the last benchmark, which is Black Ops 3, and I will see you next time. I've been Mark from Totally Silenced Tech. Goodbye.